One of my favorite things to do as a physical therapist is modify exercises for each of my clients. And it's a similar reason why I love working with people who have multiple sclerosis. I love brainstorming different ways to make an exercise functional and doable for each person on each day. As we know, MS has so many different symptoms and way that it presents for every person. And even from day to day, one person can be vastly different. There's different symptoms in the morning, different symptoms in the afternoon and evening. What that leads to is a lot of brainstorming and figuring out ways that you can still exercise with whatever limitations you're going through. My name is Dr. Gretchen at The Missing Link, and I created this YouTube channel to give you the most evidence-based research and updates, including exercises that you can do in your home right now to conquer your life with MS and continuing to get stronger and improved energy. My online MS wellness program is filled with tons of exercises that are the regular version as well as modified and advanced versions. But for right now, I want to go over one exercise that I have come up with 6 different modifications for. You might not like the exercise or you might love it. It's burpees. Burpees is a universal exercise that uses all of the muscle groups in your body, and it's such a great total body movement. So I'm going to start off with showing you the main version of a burpee, and then I'm going to modify it in 5 other ways. Feel free to try all of them or pick 1 or 2 favorites and see what works best for you. There is no wrong way to exercise as long as there is no pain and you're feeling your muscles working in a good way. So let's jump in. I'm going to step back and show you the first version. I'm going to do 3 repetitions of each variation. The next variation is to not jump back, but rather just step one leg back at a time. And you can do that same version, but stepping both legs back at the same time. If getting to the ground bothers your hands or your knees, or it's just plain unsafe because you have a difficult time standing up from the ground, then I like to use a higher surface. In this room, I have a dresser, but you could also use a coffee table or a sturdy chair. The benefit of using something that's a little bit higher is that you don't have to go all the way down to the ground, so it's a little bit easier. But it's still effective in using all of your muscles and getting your heart rate pumping. If jumping back is not doable for you, then simply step back with one or both feet. If stepping back with both feet is too challenging, try one foot. If I had a coffee table or something lower than this dresser in this room, then I would have used that first. So if you're doing this at home, try to find a lower surface, and if that's too hard, use a higher surface and then a higher surface. And one good option instead of a dresser might be a countertop, but I don't have a countertop in this room. If even your tallest surface is too challenging, you can also use a wall. Let me show you those modifications. Or just use one leg. And lastly, if all of those are too challenging, then simply holding a plank is another really great exercise that works your arms, your abs, your core, your glutes, basically your entire body. And you could do a plank on the ground, on a coffee table, on a dresser or countertop, or the wall. You can use the same surfaces that you would use for this burpee exercise. For a plank, you can use your hands on the wall like this. Step back, make sure your core muscles are tight, and hold for as long as you can, or you can use your forearms on the wall. If your calf muscles are really tight, you might need to lift your heels up so there's not as much of a pull, but do what feels comfortable for you. My main point in showing you all of these variations of the burpee exercise is that there is always a way that you can modify an exercise to work for you, no matter what your functional abilities or limitations are that day. If you want to get a behind-the-scenes look in the missing link to see exactly what the program is about, check the comments below where I posted a video that gives you a sneak peek into the actual program. And if you're already working with a physical therapist or a personal trainer, if any exercise is too challenging, ask for modifications. Or if you haven't gone to a physical therapist or a gym or a personal trainer because you feel like there's nothing that you could do consistently, then I would highly encourage you to talk to someone who does know modifications and can create a program that works for you. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to share it with a friend, press the subscribe button, and press the thumbs up button if you really liked it. And if you have a couple extra minutes, feel free to check out some of these other videos that are great exercises that you can do in your home.